Good afternoon, welcome to GrainTV. My name is Cody. Today is September 1st and we had the market trading lower here today with corn down 7 cents, soybeans down 13 cents, and wheat in Chicago here unchanged at 485 on the December contract. Now what caused this? First of all, it was some news out of China. Basically their PMI or Purchase Managers Index fell to 49.7 in August from 50 last month. So this is the worst reading since 2012. It's basically the reading means if you're over 50, you're signaling that you're in a time of expansion in activity, while below that actually indicates a contraction on a monthly basis. So when you get a 49.7, it indicates a month-over-month contraction in that PMI, and that is not very positive. It causes a lot of concerns in terms of that Chinese economy, whether or not that big demand center for soybeans will continue to be as big as it was last year or as big as was forecasted in August. So that is a big concern for really markets across the globe, and particularly for soybeans here in the grain complex. Today we also saw crude oil down $3.88 here today, wiping out a lot of those gains that we saw yesterday when we saw really the biggest move in 25 years higher. Today we get a very, very substantial downward move, and this wipes away most of those gains. When you look at this chart going forward, I guess the question today is how low can we go? Can we go lower? Will this turn around? And I would say that at least for the time being, I doubt that it will turn around. I think that once we start to get yield numbers off of the combines, when people are out in the field harvesting and you're starting to get better test samples of really what's out there, that has the potential to turn things around. There is potential to possibly turn things around if we see dryness throughout the remainder of the growing season. Right now the 8 to 10 day forecast or 6 to 10 day and the 8 to 14 day forecast both showing adequate moisture, above average moisture in the grain belt. So I don't necessarily see a lot of opportunity for weather to turn around, but of course there is some dry areas in the eastern part of the grain belt, which under these hot circumstances, hot conditions over the next couple of weeks, that could stress the crop a little bit there, simply because the root and the stalk is just not nearly as healthy as in years past due to the heavy amounts of rain earlier on in the season. Now when you look at this daily December corn chart, you'll notice that there is support right around that 365. You'll notice we tested that support back in May, we tested it again back in June, then we rallied sharply higher, then we retested it early August, we retested it, and this is going to be the third time we're testing this area really in a couple of weeks. And so I would suggest that it's likely going to break. I think there's just a lot of negative news out there for the grains, but we'll have to see. It could provide a little bit of support at least here for half a week or a week. We'll just have to see how the price reacts around these price levels, but I would be concerned that if we go through this, we could be on our way to another leg down. When you look at soybeans, you'll notice soybeans really over the last week, we came back up, we kind of retested, we refilled that gap after that sharp move down last Monday. Today we started moving lower. I wouldn't be surprised to see continuation to the downside. You know, we had some resistance up there around 890. The market prices really had a tough time getting up over that. Then we saw some selling pressure here today. I am concerned that basically soybeans, corn, wheat all could continue to come under pressure here at least for the next couple of weeks. When you look at my reasoning behind that, I guess my big thing here is that right now corn, I think, will see some relative strength. Soybeans, I would expect to continue to show weakness here in the grain complex. Corn, you'll notice that Planalytics, their yield forecast is right around 166.8. We saw Pro Farmer at 164.3. Currently, the USDA is sitting at 168.8 bushels per acre, and we're seeing hotter temperatures throughout the grain belt, which could speed up some of that grain filling and rob test weight, rob a little bit of yield potential on the higher side of the range. So I would expect the USDA in the next WASDE report to revise their yield forecast slightly lower. On the other hand, you have soybeans, which is basically ProFarmer estimating their yield right around 46.5. We have Planalytics at 46.2, and the USDA is the highest one there at 46.9, but not nearly the kind of differentiation that we saw between corn estimates. So my thoughts are USDA in August said 46.9 bushels per acre. We had infield surveys. We had the crop tour go through. Basically, you have the scouts going to many different fields, taking many different test samples, and that was almost kind of confirmed by ProFarmer with a yield estimate of 46.5. And then Planalytics, a third and different point of view. It's the NDVI index. It's satellite imagery. It's based completely on those components and based on greenness, and they're estimating 46.2 as well, all right around that 46, in that 46 bushel per acre level. So from my standpoint here, I don't think that there's a lot of opportunity for soybeans to have a big surprise in this next report, and for that reason I think that it could continue to move lower here in the weeks to come. We'll have to see though. So guys, if you have any questions about what we talked about today, please give the office a call. The number is 877-472-4607. And if you haven't done so yet, take a demo of our 14-day free trial at grainhedge.com. Just click on that 14-day free trial, and I'd be happy to provide you some one-on-one, basically one-on-one technical support. Make sure you get the most out of that trial. So thanks a lot for tuning in. We'll see you here on Wednesday.